Okay, so we are recording now.
Hey Poopy, how you doing? Hey Poopy, how you doing?
I'm just, trying to find a place with like-minded people to talk about like-minded things about me, about poop and stuff.
Hey Poopy, how you doing? Hey Poopy, how you doing?
Oh man, what's this right here? Is this a podcast about poop?
And now, shooting the shit with Dave and Ellen.
Hey, everybody.
Hello.
How's it going? Welcome to Shooting the Shit with
Dave
and Ellen. And we're joined by the wonderful, the smart, funny, beautiful Beelezababe, Siren of Sodom.
Oh, hi.
How you doing?
Yay.
Hi.
So you know today's theme.
Yes, we have a guest.
We have a guest.
Do you
And-
not have a guest every episode?
No.
No,
Oh.
we've been
Yeah.
we've been on a little bit of a guest tear, but
Yeah, the ones I've
Lately,
heard of all
but-
have guests.
Initially-
Well, the one that came out the most recent, but it will be like the second to last one since this one will come out.
Yeah.
It was a music episode.
Oh, right. I
So there
forgot
was
about
no
that.
guest. Our first 3 episodes had no guest.
yeah.
Yeah. We had a movies and farts and poops and movies that was no guest.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
did.
occasionally.
Yeah,
Now
that's
we-
right. No, I guess it's probably like maybe like a third.
Yeah.
No guests. I don't know.
A quarter
Something
to
like
a third.
that. Yeah, somewhere around there. But we're very happy to have you here. with us.
Yes, we love guests.
We love guests.
I'm honored to be here.
Excellent.
Talk
Excellent.
about poop.
Well, like we always start the show off.
Yes.
Ellen's favorite thing.
It's episode 19, but it will always be number 2 to us.
Always number 2.
Always number 2.
Excuse me.
And before we go into our actual theme and interviewing our guests, we always go into our check-in. So, Beelezababe, how have your poops been recently?
Oh, my poops are very, very regular.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
How regular? Tell us a little more. Do
Oh
you know
my.
on the Bristol stool chart
Do
what?
I have to look at that? Oh, it's drawings. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, it's not like
Yeah.
it's not like actual photographs.
The wonderful thing about what we do is we
I don't
don't.
want to look at photographs.
Yes.
No, you won't see that here.
No. We are all about submitting your stories, but not your photos.
Okay.
Yeah. No
If you
photos.
do want to submit, do it to the greatest shits.
Yes.
He will turn it into an album cover.
Okay. Okay.
But yes, tell us about your Bristol stool.
like a 4?
Oh yeah, 4's great.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. I mean, I've been a vegetarian for 30 years,
Oh.
so things run pretty regularly. And
Super fibrous.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Like every morning, I'm up 10 minutes after I'm up.
Good.
Yeah.
Congrats.
That's pretty regular. I mean, I go every day, but like it kind of varies in the morning. But yeah, that's great though.
I'm very unhappy if I don't go.
Yeah, no, that
It
sucks.
wrecks my whole day.
Yes.
Yeah.
I 100% agree.
I agree with you too.
Constipation is our enemy.
It's the worst. You
Yes.
just do not feel good.
No.
Yeah.
Everything's tight.
Yeah, Ellen and I were both on vacation at separate times, and we were talking about how it kind of wrecks your whole poop schedule.
Ugh.
It's just like up and down. You're kind of like not really on your schedule, so it's
You don't know where you can poop.
yeah.
Yep.
Your body knows. It's like your
Yeah.
body's like, this is not home base.
Yeah.
Like-
What's this?
Public bathroom at the airport?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Evil.
My body is like, no.
Even if I did have to poo at the airport, like, it's just never a pleasant. Those public bathrooms there are the worst.
they're pretty bad.
The worst.
Ugh.
Well, I told you I forget what episode it was. We were coming back from LA, and there was a guy I saw through the giant crack in the stall, and I was like,
It's
oh,
not a
like,
crack, it's a gap.
it's a gap.
You saw
Yeah,
his crack in the crack?
I didn't see his crack, but there was a crack. There was a gap, and this motherfucker had his bags and jacket just lying on the floor. He walked out. I gave him the
That
most
is
insane.
disgusting. He doesn't know that poop flies out of the toilet
No,
bowl and sprays within like 100. It's not 100
Also-
feet, but it is like
Yeah,
25 feet.
it goes everywhere. But
everywhere.
also, just there's a hook behind the door.
Yeah.
Put it,
Unless he just had to it was like coming out, like he had to go.
Like Brant throwing his briefcase.
Yes, his briefcase into the.
Our last episode. Listen, people.
Yeah, there's a funny little.
no, somebody
part
on
about that.
someone on the show literally pooped on someone else, right?
Oh, that was the.
Yeah, that was
host.
Mistress. Oh.
Oh well.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there's.
No, like by mistake, like they went.
Yes.
to a
Yeah.
They,
That was
That
the
was
urban
Matt-
legend.
That was the Matt Holtzclaw episode.
Yes.
I forgot about that. That was a great story.
That was a great
That
story.
guy got his life just ruined
Also needs to be made into a cartoon. We're going to
Oh.
work on that soon.
completely.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many good stories that we're gonna do that with. But
So, Dave, how's your poops? Have you been regular?
yeah, pretty normal again. I would say.
Take this away.
I still haven't
won't
got the
look at that anymore.
4. I mean, mine were like a 5, little chicken nuggets.
Oh.
I don't know, but it was coming out regularly. So I will say though, I thought of you this morning. I had a doctor's appointment, and I didn't eat before I left. Got breakfast right after the doctor's appointment, and I was sketching out some stuff for this project I'm working on, and 20 minutes later, I went to the bathroom. I'm like, what the fuck, man? I just ate.
It's because you have the body of a termite. We've
Oh, yes, right.
figured this out.
Our last guest gave us a whole, excuse me, a whole rundown of like animal poops,
Yeah.
and we determined that yes, I have
Termites eat and poop basically at the exact same time.
Wow.
Like it's just a straight line.
Mhm.
Wow.
And I was like, that's Dave. Dave is a termite.
I'm
We
a termite.
Figured it out.
I am a complete termite. So yeah,
That'll be the new Bristol stool chart. Or
oh totally.
Well, some people will be like, I'm a sloth. I only poop once a week. And other people will be like, I'm a yeah, the sloths only poop once a
Wow.
week.
I'd be
And then
so
other people,
unhappy.
termites like you and Keith, where
Yeah.
it just goes right out.
It's pretty nuts.
Yeah. Keith's episode, listen to that one too, people. Really good.
Well, I apologize. I'm so phlegmy.
It's okay. It's still kind of
gross.
springy around.
I did
Yeah.
go to my doctor. I went to see an allergist today.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me. And it turns out I'm just mildly allergic to grass and dust mites.
Mm.
So I don't know. But anyway, yeah, that was my check-in.
Are you been taking those Chinese pills?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Well, I didn't take it before. He told me not to take anything before he came
Yeah,
in,
yeah.
so I didn't take it for
But
the
in
last.
general, have
Yeah.
you felt anything different?
It's been working.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I actually feel really good.
I'm glad.
Thank you again, Ellen.
You're welcome. So my check-in, I've also been kind of a number 5, but not on this Bristol stool chart. Our other one that's like, it's kind of like a 4 with like smelly seaweed, like, and I've been eating a lot of kale recently, so I'm wondering if that's what's like hanging off my do. Like it's kind of like leafy looking,
Right.
little like furry.
Oh.
Yeah.
Peat moss.
So I mean, I've been off the meds for a couple weeks now. I was on Lyme medication for 9 months.
Oh.
No bueno. And ever since I stopped the meds, like I have had a roller coaster of digestion and hemorrhoids.
Oh.
Like literally the next day when I was off the meds, my poo was so violent that it hurt my hiney hole. And then I thought maybe it was just like too much wear and tear, ended up being hemorrhoids. But it was like just awful on so many levels. And I actually went to the doctor and talked to her about my hemorrhoids. And I'm going to go there, people. Brace yourself. She looked at my butthole,
Oh my god.
stuck a finger up my butthole to
Oh,
make
yeah.
sure I didn't have any internal hemorrhoids.
Well,
Then told
that's
me,
fun.
ready, that I had a beautiful butthole.
Oh,
So I'm not exactly sure how to take that. Thank you, doctor.
yeah. Thank you.
I have looked at my butthole with a mirror just because when things like hemorrhoids happen, I want to know what's going on down there. But never thought anybody would say it was beautiful.
Did she give you an award for that?
Yes, I should get an
She's
award.
like, and here's the award goes to.
But she was like, you have a beautiful butthole. Don't worry about it. And I'm like, but it's been itchy and painful, and hemorrhoids fucking suck. And ugh.
No one's ever said that to me, which this is fine. I'm okay with that.
I don't need anybody to even tell me, like, you know what? The only thing I need to know about my butthole is does it look okay?
Yeah.
Like, I don't even need normal. I just need it to be like, yes, your butthole does not look diseased and miserable,
Yours doesn't look sad.
Yeah. Your butthole is
It's
so
like,
sad.
wah. It's like, oh,
So
man.
beautiful. I was kind of like, I don't even know where to take that, but sure.
Hey, thanks, Doc.
Yeah. Doesn't feel beautiful, that's for sure. Feels like a dirty, dirty, evil place.
Dirty place that you didn't want to go to.
Oh, and she also said to me, I was like, yeah, I've been taking all these supplements because of my Lyme. It's like really good to help, like magnesium, turmeric, all this stuff for inflammation. And I was telling her, and I was like, yeah, because I poo real regular, like at least once a day, sometimes twice. And she goes, sometimes pooing that much is too much. And I was like, what?
What? No.
I almost wanted to be like, no, you need to stop. I have a podcast. I think I know more about this than you do.
Yeah. You're like, let's just take that medical degree off the wall because clearly you didn't earn it.
Thank you, but no thank you. I was like, there is no such thing as too much pooing.
You're like, I'm pooping right now.
Yeah.
She's like, please not on the floor.
Not on my finger.
Yeah, not on my finger. It's like a cork. Oh my God, that's a good one.
Yeah, it was really...
Well, hope your butt is...
It has been feeling
better.
better, but it was like 2 full weeks of
Oof.
trauma.
Oh my God.
Trauma,
Oof.
mama.
Bunch of bumps, road bumps.
Yeah. And you would think like off the meds, everything would be better, but no, it was like...
Oh man, I'm sorry.
Yeah, my body did not know what to do with itself. And like, since I started the meds in July last year, my poops have been like pretty much number 4s. And I was telling you the push, no wipe.
Push, no push, no
But
wipe.
like now that I'm not on the meds, I'm getting a little bit looser. A lot more wiping going on.
No consistency.
No.
You'll get back to that. I got a feeling. You'll get back
Yeah, I
to
need
it.
to get to eating gluten again. I feel like that'll solidify it.
Yeah, right. Bind everything up.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Glue it together. So Beelezababe, tell us about yourself. So the guests know, or I mean the audience knows who you are. What do you do?
Like in reality or in like...
Whatever.
Both, yeah,
Whatever
whatever
you
you-
want to bring to the podcast.
All right. Well, I'm a burlesque performer and have been for 10 years. But my real job is that I'm a licensed clinical social worker and I work with the severely mentally ill. So I have a lot of firsthand experience with poop
Ooh.
because poop and the mentally ill,
Yes.
especially the population I worked with when I was working directly with people, which I don't anymore,
Goes hand in hand.
goes hand in hand. Hand in hand.
So tell me why. Is it because they don't give a shit? Dun-dun-dun. Sorry, I couldn't
They're
help
like,
myself.
fuck it, man. This is happening.
Yeah, I mean, like explain to a layman like me why. I mean, my aunt was bipolar schizophrenic and she had serious problems with her. I feel like there was like mental issues with her poo where she was wearing diapers because she was so afraid of shitting herself. But then she was so badly constipated because she was so afraid of shitting herself that we'd have to take her to colonics. And her stomach was actually super swollen and extended from all the impacted poo.
That can happen.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that can happen to people.
Yeah.
I mean, my experience with the mentally ill and poop is there's a couple of experiences. First of all, like the population that I worked with is probably, when I worked with the severely mentally ill, the most underserved people in New York City.
100%.
Yeah.
You know?
And probably the whole country.
Yes.
Yeah, nationwide.
But when I worked at Elmhurst Hospital, which is the equivalent of Bellevue in Queens. So we got a lot of homeless people, you know. We got a lot of very, very psychotic people and a lot of people who had substance abuse on top of their mental illness. And I worked on a mobile crisis team going into people's houses. So, well, you know, those people don't have the resources. They don't have any support. And a lot of people didn't have like anything that would even resemble a normal family.
Right.
You know, so they don't have the advantages. A lot of people don't have the advantages most people you know probably
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
Most people I know probably have.
Yeah.
You know, so their experiences in the world are different. So that can mean a lot of different things. Like, you know, I don't want to lump everybody together, but someone like your aunt, that's a story. Was it your aunt or your cousin?
Yes, my
I'm
aunt.
sorry, your aunt. That would be, I've definitely seen a lot of people that get so preoccupied with their bowels.
Yes.
You know, they get psychotically preoccupied with like what's coming in and what's going out.
Yes.
Wow.
You see that a lot with eating disorders, and you see that a lot with, you can see it with like psychosis, like schizophrenia or schizoaffective disorder or bipolar disorder with psychosis, where people get fixated on a part of their body and they get really preoccupied with, you know, how much is coming out, what's coming out, You know,
Really?
I've seen some OCD people who have like taken notes on their who've weighed and measured.
Wow.
I mean, this is great because, like, I just thought my aunt had this, so it's good to know that
it sounds like
people,
she had sort of an OCD component to her illness. Yeah.
I mean, she was also funny about her illness. Like, she was diagnosed in the late 60s when they had very little education, and they
Right.
did shock therapy to her
Sure.
back then.
awful.
Sure.
And because she was living in Kentucky, like if she was living like in a closer metropolitan area, it would be one thing. But she would say things to us like, I know that there's voices in my head, but I know they're not real.
So she had insight. She
Yeah.
she had insight into her illness.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Well,
she was like highly medicated at one point where it was too much. And then my dad like pretty much admitted her to take all the meds off and then slowly build it back to find out. And she was like on like 1/3 the amount of meds. And so
Right.
she was able to function better in
Oh, that's good.
society. Yeah.
Well, the thing is that, mental health in the 60s and 70s, especially for women, was almost a punitive thing.
Yes.
Anything that you did that was outside of society's norms, they could put you in a state facility for.
Wow.
Having sex outside of marriage.
Oh, God.
Not listening to your husband or your father. Anything that you did that could signify like not being straight. Like they would try to reform you in a mental institution.
God.
And they could put you away for years.
Yeah.
My great aunt, the same thing. She was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and back then, like, the diagnoses were just really bipolar disorder or schizophrenic, and there's a lot of like overlay between the two things. And
Yes.
it was just a very like black and white diagnostic picture, but they could literally lock you up for most of your adult life.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
aunt ended up with a lobotomy.
Oh,
Oh my
God.
God, that's awful.
Yeah, yeah. She died in Pilgrim State, which is out on Long Island.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
my grandfather passed away, and she had like a schizophrenic breakdown, and then she was in a mental institution for well over a year, and nothing was happening. And my dad, and she was married at the time, but her husband was, for lack of a better term, useless.
Yeah.
And so my dad stepped in, and he basically, and this is back before the internet, he did all this research on what would be the best institution for her to help her so she could
Right.
get back into society. And he transferred her to a better place. And yeah, but they did shock therapy, which is so
That's
evil.
fucking
Actually,
awful.
they still do shock therapy,
Uh-huh.
and it actually can help people who have very entrenched depression that is not responsive to all the traditional medications or even the older antidepressants from like the 60s and 70s. Once they try on all of those things, they can do ECT on people. That's what they call it, ECT now, electroconvulsive therapy, which is basically they induce a seizure. Now they put people under anesthesia to do it.
Oh, God. Thank God.
So
Yeah.
they didn't used to put people under
yeah, it's
anesthesia.
evil.
Yeah, but now like I've actually seen the procedure done because I worked at NYU Langone for a while, which is a much nicer hospital than
Yeah.
Elmhurst, and they had an EC2 unit.
Oh, wow.
And really, you would never know someone was getting
Oh, wow.
shock therapy. You would just see they keep their finger not paralyzed, so it's just like you see the finger, and then the seizure is over when the finger stops moving, and then they just wheel them into the recovery room, and usually they're out like eating lunch like a couple
Wow.
hours later.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, and it can really help people.
yeah.
But I mean,
but
what
I
you
feel
see
like
when you see one flew over the cuckoo's nest is not the reality
Yes.
of ECT.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like what they did in the 60s and 70s was probably very different from what they do now.
Oh,
with
sure.
it.
I'm sure they also did it punitively to people,
Oh, yeah.
whose behavior they didn't like.
Yeah.
They're just like, doling
Sure.
out like shock treatments like,
Oh, sure.
candy.
I mean, they used to like hose people down with like cold
yeah.
water
Oh, it's
hoses,
like,
like tie people to beds and leave them there, not in a sexy, kinky way.
Not in a consensual way.
Right,
Right.
right. Not in a way anybody would enjoy. Just leave them there in their own poop.
Oh.
They did that at Willowbrook, which is on Staten Island, which is where I grew up. They left people for days and days and days in their own,
It's terrible.
feces.
oh,
Yeah,
that's awful.
yeah. It was closed. That's how Geraldo Rivera got famous. He like broke that story. And
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I think I remember that.
Yeah.
I know that's the one thing about this. No, not the one thing. The many list of things. The mental health. It
Oh.
just is insanity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So so Elmhurst is a hospital, a public hospital like Bellevue, except Bellevue gets more money because it's in the city, and they got a lot of money after 9/11, and now they rebuilt it. It's all fancy, whatever. Elmhurst is like Kings County, You know, like
Oof.
it is. Yeah, it's like that, but Queens. So you know, it was filthy. In fact, this goes with the podcast. There was a poop in the hallway, in the stairwell, when I worked there, and I shit you not, that poop was there. That poop was there for a year and a half.
No.
And
Get the
it was
fuck outta
it was
here.
a human poop.
Oh.
It was clearly a human poop in the stairwell of the hospital because I used to take the stairs to go to my office on the mobile crisis team because I'd get off the subway, walk down Broadway, go into the back of the hospital so I didn't have to wait in line to go up the elevators. I went up some other way, and the poop was there. And every day,
How is
this is a hospital.
yes,
I'm like, that's
like
poop.
there's there.
Do you think there was a staff member?
People
was like-
that work there who clean stuff like that. Like
I mean, supposedly, but this was like a back stairwell. And I was like, oh my God, that's a poop. And then every day I was like surprised it was still there.
oh my god.
Oh, that's
And then
awful.
one day it was gone.
And it was growing mushrooms on it, and
When
People were tripping.
and when it was gone, I missed it a little bit.
oh,
Because I couldn't be mad about it anymore. I couldn't be
dressed
like,
it up?
goddamn hospital, you know, like this goddamn shithole.
Did you put a sign that says like, "Serious, clean me"? Scoop
put a
me
little
up?
hat on it, like Gal Friday's
Yeah.
story.
That's just awful.
Yeah,
That's-
yeah. If something happens to you and you get hit by a
revolting.
bus outside Elmhurst Hospital, it has to be taken someplace else.
Well, that's one thing. I live kind of closer to Woodhall.
Oh, go someplace else.
Yeah.
I've heard
And,
horror stories about that place.
Horror, yeah.
Yeah.
And I've just like basically realized that if you're ever need to go to a hospital, you go into Manhattan.
If you get shot outside of Woodhull, ask them to take you to Bellevue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not bad.
Or
huh?
Beth
I would.
Israel. No.
Bellevue.
Bellevue's better?
Bellevue's a great hospital.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
level 1 trauma center.
Wow.
It's
Okay.
Really?
yeah,
Huh.
absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Bellevue.
Note to self.
Yes, I'm writing down Bellevue.
Bellevue.
Excellent.
Write it down.
Hoping not to get shot, but
I mean, you know, it's New York City.
Yeah, knock on wood.
Summer's coming.
Yeah, it's
Summer's
getting
rough in
warmer.
New York.
All the psychos are coming out.
All the psychos are coming out.
So yeah, I'm sorry that you missed your poo. Like your
yeah, did you
Like
name
your-
it?
It was Freddie the Pooh.
Oh,
that's pretty good. Freddie the Pooh.
we need to do a cartoon of Freddie the Pooh.
We have so many cartoons we're trying to make of like
Yeah.
some of these stories.
I told
think-
Matt Holtzclaw that we need to have a meeting with him because he's been
Okay.
doing animations.
Oh my God.
But some of our funnier stories, I'm like, they need to be animations.
to
It'd
see
be
these.
so funny.
Freddie the Pooh lives in the hospital.
Oh,
Lives in the hospital.
Freddie the Pooh.
Freddie the Pooh.
Are there any? I mean, I guess too. It's like dealing with mentally ill people. They're not obviously thinking on a quote unquote normal like level. So
No.
is it like? Have you ever noticed? Or have you ever seen anything like just someone like you're dealing with or taken to a different part of the hospital that have just completely soiled themselves, like as you're
Oh.
walking, or is it like and it's kind of like just par for the course?
Oh no! I mean, like I've seen people who were so psychotic they actually smeared their shit on the wall.
Ooh.
I mean, this is the hospital I worked in. You
Yeah.
know, like really, really severely sick people.
Oh
you
my
know,
god, I
like,
couldn't imagine having to clean that up.
I didn't have to clean it up.
I mean,
but
but I mean, whoever had to clean that up was probably just like, I did not make enough money.
No, I'm sure. I'm sure they were making like $5 an hour.
Oh my god!
Like, yeah.
So is that kind of a common occurrence?
No, that's really uncommon
Okay.
That's good.
for someone to get that psychotic because there's so much. It's so taboo to touch your poop.
Yeah.
You know, like that's really taboo.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
everyone
it's up
knows.
there.
Everyone knows from like a tiny age that like I think we have a lot of shame around poop and what comes out of like more so than pee, right? But pee a little bit, but poop, you know, like
Yeah.
And to like cross the line to touch your own poop is so like transgressive. Like you have to be completely removed from reality.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
you
yeah.
have to be like so fucked up on K2, you know, or meth,
Yeah.
you know, and so psychotic, or just like having such a strong
huge
psychotic
Break, yeah.
that you're like, you know, like you see, like I've seen like psychotic people like paint, like, you know, I've only seen this like 2 or 3 times in my
Okay.
career. Someone like try to paint a wall with like a poop and blood.
Oh
You
my
know,
god!
like-
Like,
Did you
what-
ever see the movie Quills with
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that movie.
Yeah, that's
Did you
a-
ever see that?
I think I've seen that before.
Oh,
no.
it's
It's
a
Jeffrey
great
Rush
movie.
as the Marquis de Sade.
Oh,
and he's in a mental institution.
And he does that?
Yeah.
He gets pretty crazy.
Blood
Wow.
and poop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean,
It's great.
I mean, like, what your reaction must have been like? Did you just like? Were you your
When I worked
jaw
in
must have been on the?
yeah. I mean, when I worked at Elmhurst, I was right out of social work school. So I did
They're
my
like, welcome.
Yeah, I did my second year internship there. They hired me for the mobile crisis team. I did that for a year, and then I got bumped to the psych ER. So in 2 years, I got like 15 years worth of training.
Wow.
You know, I didn't have like my license wasn't even like. 'Cause, you know,
That's crazy.
Because you need a couple of months to take the licensing. I didn't even have a license yet, and I'm like dealing with this. You know.
But that's, I mean, talk about like paying your dues.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah,
Paying
no,
your-
it was
paying your
amazing,
doo-doos.
though. It was- yeah, it wasn't really doo-doos. But it was amazing. you
Well,
know,
I
like-
mean, also like, okay, so which of those two jobs, which was the hardest or the worst? I don't want to say
They-
worst. I mean, you know, you're helping people and that's great, but I mean, like, which was the sort of more mentally taxing?
I mean, it was all mentally taxing. Mobile crisis was scarier because you're in people's homes,
Right.
and this was, what year was that? 2000. So it was not common to have a cell phone. We didn't have cell phones. I didn't have a cell phone. So I'm in someone's house. No one knows where I am.
By yourself?
With one other person,
Okay.
usually another woman.
Yeah.
Because
That's still scary.
But they started the second I got my license, they started sending me out with the medical student. So I was like the person who supposedly knew what was happening.
And you're like a couple years older than the other person.
And I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like you go into someone's house and like it's like the toilet is literally overflowing with shit. You know, all over the floor, cockroaches crawling up the walls. The sink just so filled with dishes, so filled with stuff. I'm sorry, am I really, you really look like you're gonna
Oh
pass
no,
out?
this is great.
I love it. Thank you for bringing it to the podcast. It's just, I don't understand. Like,
And the house like smelling so badly that
Yeah, because there's a dead body in here.
no, we did actually.
Oh, no.
It was my
Ooh.
third week on
Third
the
week?
job on the mobile crisis team.
fuck
It
outta
was
here.
July,
Mhm.
and we found we went to go out to investigate a patient who had disappeared, had not gone to several of his appointments, and we show up and we're banging on the door, and I was with the psychiatrist, thank God. And she was very like go-getter. Like, we're going to go get them. We're going to bring them. We're going to go help them. We're going to help everybody. She was very enthusiastic. And she's like putting her nose up against like the crack of the door. And she's like, oh, no. And I'm like, what? She's like, ugh. And she starts banging on the door and she breaks the door open.
Wow.
God.
Jesus.
She thought she was on like SVU.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
She
Yeah,
was
right.
like crazy. She thought she was like Olivia Benson. She was crazy. And we go in there, and this guy had exploded.
Oh my
Because
God.
that's what happens if you die
Yeah.
and you don't. I mean, and you still have food in your stomach. I think it probably happens.
All the
that,
gases
right?
builds up
All
and
the gases,
everything.
because the bacteria that's supposed to be breaking down your food and making poop there's nothing coming in, nothing going out, so it starts reproducing. Your whole stomach distends, and then you explode.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
No.
Wow. That's
So I was like,
And that's your three weeks in, and you saw this?
and I.
But I also heard, like, if there's a dead body in our apartment buildings in New York, you will smell it.
Oh yeah,
Like, how did this person was
it
in
was
a
a freestanding house.
Oh,
This was a
okay.
freestanding house in Queens. It was in like Glendale or
Okay, yeah,
Maspeth,
yeah.
somewhere like that.
That I can kind of
Somewhere that
understand,
hasn't
but I'm
quite-
like,
somewhere
Right.
that's still not cool or hip or gentrified yet.
yeah.
I
Like
mean,
it's like next to Ridgewood. It's like the next.
yeah. But I'm like, I
Oh my God.
just don't. Oh, that smell! Oh my god!
Oh my god, that smell gets in your clothes. It gets
Yes.
in your hair. It gets in your nose. We used to go into people's houses with Vicks Vapor Rub like shoved up. Do you need a minute?
No, this is
This is
me
what we
getting
do.
sweaty, like how Dave
Oh,
did
yeah.
during Mistress Ashley.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm-
you can play your sound effect.
I was gonna play this because this is what the first thing I thought of when you told
Yeah.
me that.
No. Hell no. No.
That is
That's-
exactly how I feel.
I mean, did you just puke when you saw? I mean, you must have thrown up like
I-
the second you saw that. That would have haunted me.
I didn't.
Horror movie.
I went behind our little mobile crisis van, threw up multiple times.
Oh, yes.
And then cried and like had to lay down. But also we had to throw our clothes out.
Yes.
Because that smell.
Yes.
Oh,
just gets
my
into your clothes.
God.
It gets into your
Yeah.
clothes. It gets into your hair. You know,
Oh, my
like, and I
God.
live an hour and change away from Elmhurst on the subway.
Oh my God.
So I'm like going home on the subway, and like I had like the homeless person smell. On like people were like getting away from me, and I was still like
like something happened to her.
Yeah, like
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to sleep.
I'll be smearing my poop next. I got so fucked up from this experience. You know, it was really
3
upsetting.
weeks in, I guess they
Yeah.
don't teach you that shit in
And
school.
so, like, you guys
No.
find the body, and then do you call 911 right away? Like, what do you?
She called the coroner. Because
Okay.
911, what are they gonna do?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I
They're like, yep, dead body.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, was there, real quick question. I know he exploded. Was there like a big poop? I was imagining like a giant poop line.
I didn't get
Coming
that
out
close.
like-
I didn't get that close.
Because I heard when you die, you shit your pants.
You
It's
do.
like,
You do.
that's just all. Man, talk about, it just,
Having
I mean,
a
you're not
body
going
is-
to,
having a body is so
yeah.
humiliating.
But you know, but the thing is like,
it's so humiliating.
if you're dead, like no one's going to, you're not going to give a shit.
Just having a body is just.
Yeah.
It just
I
means
can't-
someday you will shit yourself.
No. I mean, your mother gives birth to you naturally.
And shits
Will
herself.
probably shit on you while you're
Oh,
being
yeah.
pooped out,
Sure.
and then you die poop. Like you
Yeah.
are just this whole
Disgusting.
The whole life is just about poop.
Mhm. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, no matter
mean-
how intimidating, glamorous, beautiful somebody is, they're going to shit their pants when they die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they probably shit their pants at least once while they've been alive.
Oh, at least. I mean,
Probably.
it's-
With the stories we've gotten
would
on
say
this
like
podcast.
a baker's dozen. If you make it to like 80, there's that happened way more than once. But yeah, that's really nuts. I'm sorry you had to see that.
I mean, I don't know why you're apologizing.
I don't know. Not apologize. Just kind of like if I saw that 3 weeks in out of school and then like just on the job,
I know.
I'm like, you know what? I think I might have to do a different kind of like line of work.
100%.
I think I mean,
And get paid a hell of a lot more if
Yeah.
you stick with it.
I can
yeah.
tell you how much I was making.
Oh my God.
$27,500
Wow.
in 2000.
Was there benefits at least attached to that?
I had the city union
Oh,
benefits.
well, that's good.
Wait, 27.5.
$27,500. That was my starting salary.
To see an exploded dead body. That's
And living in New York City.
And this was 2000.
I know,
that
but
was the
still.
starting. That was the starting social work salary.
That's insanity.
And I had $30,000 of social work school debt, which I still am paying off.
oh my God.
And yeah, but you know, people will probably be like, "Oh my God, she's laughing at the mentally ill." I'm not laughing
No.
at the mentally ill.
No.
No,
You
we're
have
not
to
making
have
fun
a
of this.
dark. You have to have a dark sense of humor to survive working
Yeah,
on a
to get
mobile
through
crisis
that?
team.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, I mean, it's the amount of stuff you have to deal with. I mean,
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. I mean, so I applaud you in that sense because you're the true, nature of this is you're helping people.
Oh,
I mean, you have to
supposed
sift
be.
through, no pun intended, a bunch of shit. But the reward obviously is helping people, that can't help themselves.
Sure. Well,
So-
we didn't help that guy.
Well, clearly, but I mean,
Tried.
We tried. We tried.
you can't save them all.
No.
Yeah.
But I mean, the idea, but you have some kind of sense of humor about this kind of stuff, or you kill yourself.
You have to. It's you have. Yeah. Exactly. You would kill yourself.
You would, I mean, you'd be an alcoholic or something, just to drown out that every day.
Oh, I wouldn't. If I saw that, I wouldn't have been able to go to sleep.
I mean,
I think I went home
sleep.
and took like 3 Tylenol PM and
Yeah.
like 2 beers.
It
and,
was
like,
just
went
a
to
horror
sleep,
movie.
like,
2 beers. I would
But
have been
think
like,
about it, though. That
six-pack.
freestanding house in Queens was probably on the market for so cheap after that.
Look, I'm gonna tell you right now, I have no problem buying a place that's got dead bodies in it. I don't give a shit about that blood. I mean, it's gonna be cleaned up, and they got to tell you if someone died in the house. That's kind of a law, right? I
Yeah.
think.
No,
Oh.
because actually, this is a terrible story. The woman who lived across the street from my parents and from me when I was growing up was not a nice lady, but she did kill herself in the house,
Mhm.
and the house sold for over $500,000.
Whoa.
I know, because it's in the suburbs of New York. It's on
Yeah.
Staten Island, and I don't think they had to disclose that.
Really? I thought
she
that was
had-
a law
that
that
she
you
had,
have to
like-
do that now.
I don't think
Maybe
so.
not in New York State, but
I don't know. Because I asked my mother. My mother was like, "Why are you so preoccupied with that?" Because I asked her several times.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Do these people know that she, slit her throat in the kitchen? Do they know that?"
I
That
wouldn't.
makes a big mess. You know,
I have no problem with that. I'm like, thank you. I mean, I'm sorry that you did that.
No,
But we're
am I
honoring
getting
your
a
house.
discount? Am I
Getting a
getting?
discount,
I'd
exactly.
like it to be under market value for that.
Sure.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that.
I mean, in Japan right now, they're having a huge housing
Yes.
crisis, and a lot of it has to do with people who commit suicide in the house. They cannot sell the houses afterwards.
They cannot by law, or they cannot.
No, just by,
the
like-
Or just
Japanese
people
people.
are
Yeah,
too superstitious.
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't want to live in a house like that.
Yeah, but
I
they
would have no problem
but
with
now
that.
they're selling the houses for like insanely
or
cheap.
almost free.
Yeah. Where like you can buy a house for like $25,000 and the government will give you money back for buying that house. So like it ends up being close to free when you're said and
I
done.
think there's like a couple set rules where you have to like sign something like you'll fix it up within, like it has to be like up to like code. But I mean, because most of these houses are like in a little bit of disrepair, but not too bad.
Well,
I
the
don't know.
suicide
It's
rate
kinda
in Japan is
crazy.
very high.
yeah.
Very
Yeah.
high.
Yes.
Yeah.
They have that park.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this isn't a death suicide
Right.
Yeah, this is a poop
podcast.
one.
True.
Let's get into the
Back
dude.
to
We got a
poop.
little,
Back to poop.
sidetracked.
Sorry. Beelezababe, bring in the dark.
Ooh, that's dark and
Yeah,
wet.
that's a dark one.
Ooh.
This one's better. Still a little juicy. But well, that's crazy. So you've been doing this for how long have you been doing this for now? 30 years, you said?
No.
Oh.
No. Since I graduated in 2000, and it's 2 years of school. So, yeah, I guess like 19 years, but plus my training.
So 20.
20 years.
Wow.
Let's just call it 20 years.
2 decades.
2 decades.
Oh my God. So do you have like,
Decades.
do you have any like what's like I mean, the dead body thing was pretty crazy.
That was pretty crazy.
But
Yeah,
have
but
you
let's
seen-
get to the crazy poop
yeah, the poop
stories.
stuff. Have you seen like any like really, like where you just like that just still haunts you?
I mean, yeah. I mean, like, oh, I don't know if I should tell this story.
Oh, you just opened up a can of
We
worms.
had-
Now I'm dying
I
to
just
know
don't-
it.
I mean, I'm not a politically correct person, so I'm going to use language that's going to upset people.
Oh.
Let me try to use the right word. We had a developmentally delayed. There we go. Developmentally delayed lady who was on our unit when I worked on the psych unit itself at Elmhurst, who was on our unit waiting for a group home. And she had been rejected from several group homes. And she also had a preoccupation with her poops and not pooping. So she would like not poop for weeks,
Oh,
weeks and weeks. And the medication, a lot of psych meds will constipate people.
Oh yeah.
Anyway.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
So there was no problem. And she got like really super impacted, like her poop like really impacted. So they had to give her multiple doses of laxatives to like get stuff moving, because she was like her stomach was like all distended.
Yes.
And she was in pain, and she was like farting, and the farts were horrible, and it would clear. And I was
I
just
didn't mean
like,
to laugh.
and she was, she was cute. She was like this like little hunched over lady, and she was probably like my age now, the age I am now. She seemed very old to me,
At the
but she was
time.
probably like in her 40s.
right.
But-
Well, also having impacted shit probably makes you ages you. I'm sure.
Oh, 100%.
You know,
all
that's-
those toxins.
Yeah. It's like.
But finally, they had given her like several, like they called them mom bombs. It's milk of magnesia bombs.
Oh yeah.
They had given-
Mom bombs?
That's what they called them. They gave her several mom bombs.
Bringing the mom bomb.
Bring in the mom bomb. And she was like sequestered in her because all the rooms, all the beds, had like a bathroom in them. But her, like, she was in the hallway bathroom because she was on 1-to-1. She was on 1-to-1 observation.
What's that
Oh.
mean?
That means she was elopement risk. She kept trying to like leave the unit, kept trying to like bust out of the
Oh,
unit.
okay.
So she was on elopement precautions. So she was on 1-to-1s, but she had like a nurse who had to be with her all the time. Actually, this was like probably not really a nurse. It was probably like someone who was being paid $7 an hour, or $5 an hour to like make sure she didn't run off the unit. So she was in. I was going down the hallway, and she was like, "Miss Kate, Miss Kate, Miss Kate," and she was on the toilet with the door open, and it was just like. And it was like this big like circle. It was,
Oh, my
and she
God.
wanted. When are they coming to interview me at the group home?
Holy shit.
I was like,
The door wide open.
yeah, I was like, Dolores, can we talk
This later.
she was like really. She wanted me to like give her like a pep talk while she was like on the toilet.
Oh, my
and I was
God.
like, oh.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
I mean, sometimes I bring my cat
I really
into
liked
the-
her though. She was a really cute lady, but I didn't want to necessarily see.
No.
all of it.
Right.
I was like, I went to social work school, not nursing school. Like, I don't want to see this.
I will bring my cat into the bathroom with me if I have really bad stomach pains for moral support, but that is the only one. I pick up his shit. He can hang out with me during
Yeah.
while
Oh,
I
yeah.
poop. Yeah.
Will you bring Hubble?
Yeah. You know, you've seen, he'll sit on my lap
Yeah.
like a little baby.
He's very cute.
He's adorable.
But that is oof. I mean, the door. I mean, but you know, it's like you said. It's like they're not.
I mean, she
I don't know
didn't
what the
care.
word- I mean,
she didn't care. She didn't care.
I would love to get to that
She
part of
didn't
my
care.
life where I'm just like, yeah, fuck it. Hey,
My God, yes. At
Just
least
to, like,
to
not-
fart where I like don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I know. Instead of like
public.
you fart and coke and then you want to kill yourself.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
Was that wasn't me?
Yeah.
That was my sneaker making a funny noise.
or you gotta do
Chair.
no, you have to look around in the face of disdain, kind of like who would do such a thing? Oh God, so uncouth. That's
The worst.
oh man,
the worst.
Dolores.
The
Well,
worst.
you know, I'm sorry that happened to her, but
Oh.
I mean, she like I said, she didn't give a shit. So
Listen, she's fine.
She was giving
Living
lots of
life.
shits,
She was giving
actually.
lots
She
of
was
shit.
giving like probably like 20 pounds worth of shit.
Woo!
oh my God,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. I mean, she was not the patient I had that actually weighed and measured their
Oh.
poops. I did have somebody who did that.
Oh, tell me more.
I had a patient when I was an intern.
Oh my God, these poor interns. Jesus. I'm like,
And
what?
she was very preoccupied with her poop. She would like when she would poop into a baggie, and then she had like a food scale.
She would actually just weigh. I'm thinking like weigh her body before and after.
she had a really severe anorexia, and she was so preoccupied with her body. She was so like somatically preoccupied. She would weigh herself before she ate. She would weigh herself before she pooped. She would poop into a bag and weigh that on her little food scale. And she had like notebooks upon notebooks
Wow.
upon notebooks upon notebooks. I mean, she really had OCD on top of her eating disorder.
Wow.
But yeah, she like weighed like her the volume of her pee.
Mm-hmm.
She just like weighed all her bodily
Wow.
fluid. Yeah.
Oh,
You
that's-
never saw that
Yeah,
scene
she
in
was
Girl
really-
Interrupted.
No.
No, I never
'Cause
saw
it's
that
not- 'cause
movie
it's not
either.
glamorous
But that's
to weigh your poop. She was really
To poop in a bag is not glamorous to
No.
begin with, but
No,
then
but-
to like insist to weigh, like weighing your, like I weighed myself before and after a colonic, and I lost 4 pounds of dew.
nice.
That was awesome. I don't want to touch my dew and weigh it. I don't
It's
care.
doing
like I
that.
said, it's a big taboo to
Yeah.
touch your poop.
Yes.
I mean, she put in little. Did she have like a? I'm sure she had a whole like.
She had a whole
these
system.
these baggies work great because they have like a.
Like, how would
Double
she
lock
get
seal
rid
system.
of her dew? Like, if whatever kind of baggie you're putting in, you can't just like flush that down the toilet.
It's put
No,
in the
she
garbage.
she would put it in the garbage and double bag the garbage and yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
That's
And when she was pooping like every day, like doing
I
this.
I know every time she pooped, she weighed it because she
And-
had notebooks upon notebooks. Upon
Wow.
notebooks upon notebooks.
That's
and stuff.
That's
Those
incredible.
notebooks I do want to see though.
I kind of. I just want to see at least a photo of like the stack. I mean,
Yeah.
we're talking like more than 20.
Oh, like this had been going on for like.
Oh,
she,
so
she was
lifelong.
she was in her 50s
Oh, okay.
and she had an eating disorder for like 35 years.
Oh my
You
God.
know,
So, okay,
like,
so we're talking volumes.
volumes
of just-
volumes and volumes.
Wow.
yeah.
I mean, it's this. Do you think she went back and was kind of like, April 24th, 1984. That was a good day. If I can just figure out how to get that, whatever combination I can do to get to that.
Yeah, the closest thing I have to a poo log is the Facebook page. If I had a really great do, I'll like tell everybody.
That's kind of
about it,
true.
but-
She does. That's pretty much your
But
journal.
that's not every day.
No.
It's not with every do.
And she was just, she was a very disturbed lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, clearly.
And
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, that's just sad. Oh, that's just.
I mean,
awful.
I've heard of anorexics who sleep with the window open in the dead of winter so they could shiver while they're sleeping because shivering burns calories.
What?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I know. That was next level to me, the shivering while sleeping to burn calories, but to weigh your do.
Yeah. That's not happening. I would have been like, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking eat.
Eating is literally one of the best parts of life. Shitting out that food later on is the other best part.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
It's like
Simple.
bye-bye.
Simple pleasures.
Super simple. Especially living in New York City where you literally can eat anything you like. If you're like, I'm in the mood for Ethiopian food, you
Yeah.
can go get it
It's
in
the
this
best.
city.
It really
Yeah.
is. You're not gonna
And
get
that's
that
why
in
not
fucking
being able to
Maine.
get something good to eat is miserable, and not being able to poop is miserable.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, you're right.
When you're hungry and there's nothing good to eat, when you're like, I'm not eating that $1 slice of pizza.
Ew,
But
fuck
you're like,
that.
but I might have to because I'm so hungry.
Yeah. And you're just miserable as you're
You're
eating
like,
it.
oh, this is disgusting.
Well, that was when we were in LA last week. That was one thing my boyfriend didn't understand, that like things close in LA and you can't get late night eats in LA.
Yeah.
And I
I
was
always
like,
forget
yeah,
about that too.
this is not New York, honey. Like, yeah.
It's one of the best parts of living in New York. It's,
It
it's,
really
the,
is.
it's,
God.
the, it's the tax you pay here. I mean, it's unfortunate, but you can get like anything you want. You can go anywhere
It's
and
true.
get that food.
Yep.
It's true.
I mean,
Yep.
it's kind of amazing. You want Afghani food? No problem.
Totally.
You
Any
can get it delivered to your to your
Totally.
house, which is amazing.
any ethnicity of food you can get.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
Yeah.
And you can poop all that out.
Yes.
That's the other good part.
You're like, I
Yes.
pooped out Yemeni food.
The simple pleasures.
Yeah, it is though. It really is. I'm a simple man.
Oh, that is another thing my doctor said yesterday, not to like revert back into my check-in, but she was like, do you use baby wipes to poo? And I was like, actually, I have a bidet. And she was like, oh, those are great. And
They
I was
are.
like, yeah, a doctor who gets poo.
Oh my God.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I love a poo
You have
doc.
you have a fancy bathroom.
No. It's the same kind of bidet that Dave
Oh, it's a
has.
tushy. Sorry.
Yeah, the
It's
snap-on
just
one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're like $70 or something. And
Yeah, it's
like-
the best.
I'm telling you, when you look, I know you're moving to Florida. Maybe, I'm just saying, pick up a tissue while you're there.
Yeah.
It'll change your life.
Yeah.
It
My
really
bathroom
does.
is about the size of this table, and when I say this table, it's about 4 feet by 2 feet. There would be no way anything else could fit in there, but I was able to fit the tushy.
Yeah, it looks good.
God bless.
Wow.
It literally is a half of a centimeter away from the tub. It literally just barely fit,
I mean,
but I
God
made
bless.
it work.
Yeah, you got to make it work. I
Yeah.
mean, that thing is, I'm telling you, it's a game changer.
Yeah.
So, just saying,
Okay.
new life in Florida, maybe you
Right.
want to get a bidet or a
Maybe.
tushy.
It might be hot down there. You might need to cool things
Oh, yeah.
off.
We're going to get rid of some of that swamp ass.
Oh, and we learned with Brant on our last episode that what's happening in Florida right now is the python population's so big, and hunting for pythons is a thing. So
Oh.
if you're in Florida and you want to go hunting for pythons
Oh, yeah.
to eat, yeah.
Well, you're
I know you're a
so
vegetarian, but
Yeah.
maybe you could sell it to other
you can
people.
you can make some snake belts or
Yeah.
snake
Ooh.
boots.
Yeah.
Just saying. Those options are out there for you.
Listen, if I get fired from my job,
Or you have hobbies.
yeah,
Yeah.
I have hobbies. I got things to do.
Snake
Yeah.
wrangler,
Snake
python wrangler.
Sure, sounds good.
Terrifying.
Oh my God, it's so good.
So tell us more poop stories, or should we ask you some questions about your own poop?
I mean, you can ask questions.
Oh, do you have any childhood memories of poop and farts?
Do I have any childhood memories of poops and farts?
Like, have you been somebody who was okay with talking about poops and farts?
No, I grew up in a very private family.
Uh huh.
Although the house was small, so you knew.
When people were going.
You knew. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
But
dad-
like, was working in social work something that opened you up to talking about number two more often?
only because like you have to.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Like,
But before that, were you more?
oh, I'm a little squeamish. Like
Uh-huh.
I didn't even like that picture of the poop you showed me.
The Bristol
which
stool
was
chart,
Like, that was
cartoon.
which is straight up
I was
medical
like,
chart.
Can you turn that around?
That was great. You're like, I can't get this. Meanwhile, you just saw some guy explode. You saw someone doing like a abstract painting with his own shit and piss
Oh my
and
goodness.
blood.
But you know what? My stomach isn't as tough anymore because I don't work in that
Oh, you're not in
setting
the field.
anymore. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
Okay,
yeah,
fair enough.
I've lost my. I used to have like the sense of smell. I didn't smell anything anymore on the subway. I could sit next to the homeless guy and be like, "Yeah, whatever. I have a seat."
Yeah, you lost your edge.
I've lost that.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, look, we all can't. I can't imagine even doing that job for like a day,
Totally.
let alone however long
Believe
you
it or
were.
not, it was a fun job.
Oh yeah, you always had a story. That's for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would just need to take away my way of smelling.
Oh yeah, it would ruin me.
Yeah. But so you don't have any child. You just remember.
I mean, we grew up in my house was very small. Mm-hmm. So you always knew when someone was pooping because you could hear it, yeah, which is horrible. And I really hate public restrooms with a passion. So I have a real hard time. I guess I have like a little bit of like an anal retentive thing because I only like to poop in my own house. I get very stressed out when I have to when I know I'm going to be traveling or sharing a space with other people. I get like super, super stressed out about it.
That does suck when you're rooming with someone in a hotel and you have to go and you're kind of like, please leave the room so I can just do this privately. Because it is.
I've said it in the past.
worst.
Supposedly, the women's restroom in the lobby of a hotel is the stinkiest place because all these women do not want to poo in their hotel rooms with their lovers. They'd
when
rather.
I've gone away with my boyfriend, I've gone down to the sub basement, like, not just the lobby. I'll find the sub. I'll use like the
sub-basement.
janitor's closet. I'll use, I just do not want
slop
any
sink.
exactly like whatever. Because I'm uptight about that. I'm
Yeah.
really uptight about it. But I went, okay, so I do. I did a burlesque festival. I'm not going to name which one, and I'm not going to name who I roomed with. But I left the room. We had all left the room to go in our whatever opposite direction, tech or something. Mm-hmm. I came back first. I thought I came back first. Somebody I was rooming with left a gigantic poop in the toilet, and then I was paranoid that people would think I had left the gigantic poop in the toilet. But I was beyond horrified.
Did they leave it because they forgot to flush, or
they must have.
Oh my!
But I was
goodness.
traumatized.
And those hotel bathrooms
I can still see
are
it.
pretty like.
I can
they got
still
some-
see it in my.
Wow.
Draw us a picture.
Oh
We
my
want to
God.
know.
It was like
Can you tell us
it was
after
like
this?
one of those like really like big one that went multiple times.
It's like a cinnamon bun.
Oh my goodness!
And the two performers, who are both New York City people, were both very petite. So it was
Wow.
so it was really anyone's guess.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Can you please tell us after
Yes.
we start
Not
recording?
on the recording.
Oh yeah, no.
Off mic.
Although I
Off
am
mic.
leaving New York, so
Well, that's true. Yeah, we could do a call-in
but I
feature.
won't. I won't.
Oh my God.
God!
We should give us like 3 guesses, but
I was,
that's okay.
But I was really like paranoid that they were like, they're gonna think it's.
That's what I would have thought too. I'm like, they're
They
gonna say
probably
it's
want to
me.
blame it on
They're gonna
somebody
blame,
else.
yeah, they're probably it's gonna blame it on me. If they're like, oh my God, it's so big, it won't flush. Someone else will deal with it, which is a horrible thing to do to someone.
Oh my god.
Excuse me. Yes, hotel lobby. I need a new room. There's a huge turd in here.
There's something in the toilet bowl, and I didn't do it. I just want to
I just
say
want to be
that.
clear.
I want
Yeah.
It was not
nothing.
mine.
Oh my God.
It was not mine.
There is a chocolate babka in the in the toilet.
Dave, guess what?
Pee break.
Yeah.
Okay. Back to the. We're back to the.
Beelezababe, what kind of toilet paper do you use, and do you prefer over or under?
Charmin,
Uh-huh.
because I'm fancy,
Ooh.
and I'm one of those horrible animals that like lost the little thing that I have one of those like wall ones,
Uh-huh.
and I lost the thing, and now the toilet paper's actually sitting on the floor, which I'm ashamed to admit on. But I'm moving. I can't go
You
buy
don't
one of
care.
those things. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you had a choice in your new home, how would you hang your toilet paper?
I have to hang it under because my cat will claw at it if it's
Ah.
over. Yeah.
See?
Dave, you got
Thank you.
got somebody.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah.
Finally.
Most 90%, like 99%
Most
of people that come
people
on
do
this
over.
do
Yeah,
over.
I know.
But it's okay.
But right now, mine's like balanced on the side of the tub, or on the floor, which I hate to say because we all know that when you flush the toilet, all the bacteria flies out.
Well, hey, I always keep the lid down.
Like because you are the right kind of
I
person.
mean, we used to do that mainly because we got our cats. We were nervous that they were gonna like, I don't know, for some reason just be messing with the water in the toilet. Not that they would, so we always kept it down. So now it's been like 16, 17 years of that, and like I have to have the seat down. It's kind of crazy.
And when someone comes to your house and they leave it, like not just the
I
seat
put it down.
up, but they leave the lid up, you're like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, I put. And I don't think I've ever seen that.
Were you raised in a barn?
I don't think I've seen where they have the whole like everything like up. I'm like, what happened? Why? But
I realized I have forgotten to. I like the lid to be down, and I've forgotten to do it at your house.
That's okay.
And I know I'm upset with myself.
how dare you, Ellen?
I'm such a barbarian. Like,
See, Ellen was definitely raised in a barn, apparently.
almost in the middle of the woods.
Yeah, I mean, I keep my toothbrush and everything like in the
keep
medicine
going.
cabinet.
Yeah.
Like I have because that's exactly all the.
Well, I
poop
keep
flies
the
everywhere.
cover over my toothbrush.
Yeah, I do that
but
too.
I do that mostly because of my boyfriend. Our sink is so insanely tiny, and if he shaves or stuff, it's just like crap is everywhere. So I'm more doing it because he's gross
Gotcha.
than anybody else.
Yeah, but we keep that down.
Yeah.
Just because it's like just goes everywhere.
Yeah.
Ugh, people are gross.
People
We're
are
gross.
It's gross.
Are you in a relationship?
I am.
Does your partner like talking about poop or not talking?
No.
So that's something you guys keep very.
No.
You do not fart in front of each other.
Well, he does.
Oh.
Yeah. But I don't think. I must have farted in my sleep once because he makes fun of me about it. It's happened.
Well, that you had no control over.
Oh my god. Yeah, that doesn't count. You're asleep.
Although once earlier in our relationship, like years and years and years ago, I think I did use the bathroom at his house. Like it might have been one of our like first or second dates that I actually went to his home, and I did fart in the bathroom, and he like made fun of me about it, and I just was so filled with shame. He just was like, "Why you blasted off in there? What's going on?"
You were in the bathroom. That's where you're supposed to do it.
Yeah.
I know, but I was like, so embarrassed.
No.
So
That's-
humiliated.
Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, it's just
Because you're
kind
still in
of.
that, like, I want to impress this person.
Totally.
phase of the relationship.
Yes.
Right.
I agree.
Bless you. So I guess he's much less uptight than I am. He's
Right.
less uptight than I am. I'm very uptight. Again, like, I saw a man 2 nights ago with his bicycle. Okay, I heard the music first. It was in Prospect Park. He had his bicycle, like, leaning against the porta potty. He was in the porta potty listening to, like, music. I wish I had recorded on my phone, but that would have been really rude. Because all you saw was, like, the porta potty, and you heard this loud music.
So they were like muffling their own sound.
Oh my god.
That didn't even occur to me. I thought, like, maybe he was just, like...
Having a party for one.
So into that song, he was just, like, not gonna,
That's hilarious.
Wow.
Fucking Prospect Park, man.
Prospect Park is the home of like all kinds of weird shit.
Would you ever use a porta potty in Prospect Park?
I have once, and I've never again. We talk about this a lot because I run in the park a lot.
Right.
And the first time I did it, I was over near. I mean, no one listens to this unless they go to Prospect Park a lot. There's this Center Drive. It's basically the center of the park.
Yeah.
So Center Drive, there used to be a porta potty right there on the west side of the park, and so I had to go so bad, just pee, and I opened the porta potty. This is like summer, like high, like like it's warm out. I opened the door, and to my surprise, someone decided to just take a shit like just on top of the toilet as opposed to like in it. So now it's just like all over the rim, and I just saw that, and I'm like, you know what? I'll just piss my pants. I'll go in the woods. Because I'm like, it's just
I've
animals.
I've gone into the woods. I've gone
Animals.
into the woods.
Go between two cars.
I have not pooped in the woods, but I've definitely peed in
I
Prospect
peed in
Park.
the woods. I've come close to pooping in the woods, but I got so nervous I was going to get arrested
Yeah.
that I just pinched it off and ran to the library.
Oh my God! I saw a girl shit in the street.
No way. Where?
I wish I was kidding. 3 weeks ago. I went to
Oh, this is the best.
3 weeks ago, I went to go meet a friend at the bar in Cortiliu. That's the flower shop in the front.
Yes.
The bar where B Train and Q Train, those shows are on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. And so we were parked. My friend was driving, and we were meeting somebody else. So she was parking her car. It must have been Cortiliu on East 9th or whatever. And we're parking the car, and this very, very drunk girl who was like young. She was like 21, 22 years old. She was wearing a jumpsuit. All of a sudden, I look out the window. She has her jumpsuit entirely off, and she's popping a squat on the side of the street, and she is pooping on the street. And she was wasted. And it was still light out. It's not even dark out.
Well, she chose.
She must have been desperate.
She chose floor instead
chose
of pants, but next time that happens, please get their number. We want to interview them for
Yeah.
the podcast.
You're like, can you text me, please? We have some people that might want to.
Here's a sticker.
Yeah.
If you're interested, please at least
Yeah.
write this story in.
It was
my
still
God.
night out.
Wow.
It was
Wow.
like 7:00 at night.
Talking about not giving a shit.
Yeah, she was totally.
Especially in a
Fuck it.
onesie. Like,
Yeah, she took
That's
her
brave.
Yeah.
She took her onesie off and just pooped on the street.
wow.
And her boyfriend was like, "Come on, come on."
He's like, he's not even phased. He's probably like, if you're doing come on, you've seen this before. He's like, here we go. Just like Charlotte's taking her shit in the street again.
That's amazing.
He's just
So
like, man, why
Going
am I
into that, Beelezababe, if you really had to go super, super bad and there's no toilet in sight, will you go in your pants or on the floor?
Am I like in someone's house or am I?
Anywhere.
You can choose the location. You can be in the middle of the woods. You can be on the subway. You can be anywhere. But there's literally no toilet available to you. And it's like a Bristol 7. It's coming out like hot lava. You don't have a choice.
Oh, God, that's
It's
Sophie's
beyond
choice.
evil.
It's
But you
I guess, but I don't wear pants. I only wear dresses.
well, your underwear. I mean,
Basically,
pooping in a dress is
pants
probably easy.
could mean like anything you're
in
wearing.
your clothing.
Yeah, clothing.
Or do you drop trout and go?
First question.
I know. That's why it's so good.
It's like a very like deep question.
It depends on the situation, right?
Yeah.
It's very situational.
Right? Because if you're at someone's house,
No, but if you're at somebody's house, there's probably a
There's probably a
toilet. But like we're talking about like you're at concerts and
you're-
there's
no,
no toilet
Here's
there.
one. You're walking back. She walks in Prospect Park a lot.
Uh-huh.
You're walking in Prospect Park. I don't know. It's just about the sun's about to set, so it's still light up. People can see you, and you're just like, it's coming out
you
right
ate
now.
something
Yeah.
and it's
There's a
coming.
bubbling
You don't have
coming
a
out.
choice.
It's a
then
rumbling.
I guess I would dip into the wooded area and yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't want
I
to
don't
deal with that.
Yeah, no.
mess.
I mean, we've had people say like Keith was like, "I'm never shitting my pants ever again," and he was in the subway, stuck in the subway car. He would just pull his shirt over his head and shit right there. So if people were recording, they wouldn't get his face in it.
Smart.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Smart.
I mean, we've learned a lot on like what you can and cannot do,
You could
and
probably
I
like do a little psychoanalysis around that.
yes,
right?
100%.
Yeah, he was-
That's why I think it's such an interesting question. And the
Yeah.
question came a couple of years ago when that woman shit on the floor of like a Tim Hortons, and there was like a video that went viral because you can't hear it, but she obviously asks the person that runs worked at Tim Hortons, like, "Can I use your bathroom?" And he said no, so she like shit on the floor and threw it at
Yeah,
him.
it was disgusting. It's like a closed circuit TV footage.
So that question, I first started on the private Facebook page, like, "Hey, like this is a question. If you had to go really badly and you're like in a Tim Hortons and they're like, no, you can't use the bathroom, do you run out and just try to find something else and you might shit your pants, or would you go right then and there on the floor like, fuck you, I gotta go?" I really don't like. I was in a circumstance last summer where I was waiting in line for the bathroom, and it was a one-holer, and I was like cold sweats, and I was in P-Town, Massachusetts,
Oh my God.
which is very populated, and I was like, I'm gonna have to jump over this fence and shit behind a car because it's literally about to come out of me. I don't know what to do, and I was like, I'm like having a conundrum because I don't want to shit my pants, but I don't want to shit in public. And God bless, somebody opened the door and I was able to go. But there was even a bigger line behind me, and I felt, and they all knew what I was doing in there. Oh, and it was one of those situations, which is like a let's get shitty moment, that had a light in the bathroom that only stayed on with motion. So if I'm sitting there on the toilet, it kept going dark on me, and I'm
then
like, waving.
You're like having a rave party on the toilet.
And I was like, what the fuck? Like, who put this stupid? And the timer was like 30 seconds, you
My
know?
friend has a bathroom like that.
So
And it's like,
obnoxious.
Why
Like,
would someone
really?
have that? That's like crazy.
Put the timer on 5 minutes at least.
At least.
I need at
Like
least 5
30
minutes.
seconds?
I need more than that. Sometimes like I get other
No.
things.
I'm just saying,
yeah,
like,
but no, they should be human. Just
yeah, I was just like, kept waving
a
at
heart.
it, like, I'm shitting in the dark, fuckers.
Yeah,
shitting
that's
in
rude.
the dark.
Which I like shitting in the dark at home, but that's my own toilet. I know where everything is.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I agree. That's pretty fucked up. Oh my god. Well, actually,
But thankfully, it wasn't a floor situation. I got into
Yeah, you got
the
in
toilet.
there.
But like, I had a moment.
this is a call like, on our Instagram page. I had posted of some footage. I think it took place somewhere in Great Britain. This woman is walking into like a store or a mall or something like that, and she's got a dress on, and you see this little thing just pop out of her, and this guy is walking behind her, and he steps in shit. She took a shit as she was walking like into this mall or wherever she was.
Maybe she didn't know.
Oh,
Maybe
she definitely knew. There's no way
Maybe
she
had, like,
knew.
some kind of medical condition. She didn't
See,
know.
this is my theory. Like, if you're gonna do the pants or floor thing, and you don't wear pants, if it's a nice summer day, you know, so, I mean, let's say you don't have underwear on, or you can at least like kind of get away with
But
a
you know
little
you're
bit.
whoopee pieing yourself.
Oh, it's a mess down there.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, at least you can kind of like, I feel like you can incognito it a little bit.
you can
as
toot
opposed
it and
to-
boot it.
You can toot it and boot it, as opposed to just taking off your onesie, taking a shit in the middle
Shitting
of
on
the street.
Cortilio.
Yeah. Which
a
is such
classy
a
broad.
which is a very yeah, oh my god.
Fucking New York, man.
New York, man, you're gonna miss that. how would it be great if you moved to Orlando or like to Florida, and you're right back. You're like, oh my god, the amount of public shitting here is like it's out of control. Like I've seen like 5 people since I moved here.
Dave, field trip.
Yeah,
I'm
I think
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
we're gonna have to go there and be like, oh yeah, there we go, and action.
You know, like in those
It's a lot
like
of-
amusement parks, they probably have seen the
probably.
worst.
Oh, probably. Also,
Yeah.
Florida's filled with elderly people, and they do tend to poop themselves more often than young people.
Yeah,
Babies
that's
and old
sad.
people are the prime targets for
Yeah.
self-pooping.
Yeah.
Damn it. Oh, getting old sucks.
Beelezababe, if you are constipated or have diarrhea, is there anything that you use to help you with this
I mean, I'm almost never.
constipated?
Now I feel like I'm going to bring it on myself.
Oh God!
No,
Don't ever do that.
Terrible.
But like, if for you maybe ate something that didn't go well with you, or the opposite, like, do you have any tricks of the trade?
Like medical tricks?
I don't know.
Not really, no.
Oh.
I mean, like, I thankfully don't really have stomach problems like that.
Oh, that's good.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm very lucky. Very, very
Very
lucky.
regular. Excellent.
Very lucky. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a very strong stomach. Like, I can pretty much eat anything and it doesn't really bother me.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lucky.
Nice.
I'm very lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have like a sensitive stomach that reacts to things.
And have you ever seen a bathroom that's just the worst thing that you maybe had to poo in?
Oh. I mean, like, I've pooped on the Staten Island Ferry, which is a terrible place.
Wow.
I have to use the bathroom. The porta potties in Prospect Park I have not used, but, you know.
They're
like,
evil.
Don't
They're pretty
bother.
bad.
It's bad.
Surprisingly, the bathrooms at Grand Central Station are very clean.
Yes.
Very, very clean.
Nice.
If I were to shit in a
Spotless.
train station, it'd be Grand Central over Penn Station any day.
Oh my God, Penn Station is disgusting.
Yeah.
And any Starbucks? No.
Starbucks are gross.
Starbucks are disgusting.
They're they're pretty bad.
I've
It's
learned.
where the homeless poop.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a 7.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
just like I don't know what that's like off the charts. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah. Or, well, I would say like some hospitals. You could sneak in and use the bathroom if you had to use the bathroom.
Yeah. And those are probably, except for the hospital you worked at,
Not Elmhurst. Mm-mm.
pretty
No.
clean.
Beth Israel is clean.
Yeah.
Bellevue is clean. NYU Langone is clean.
You should like write to Geraldo or whoever is the equivalent. They should be doing a thing on Elmhurst. I don't know if now, like, somebody should be like,
Breaking news.
yeah, they should be breaking news about the shit in the hallway that was there for a fucking year.
Yeah.
What was his name? Freddie?
Freddie the Pooh.
Freddie the
Pooh.
Ugh,
Jesus Christ.
Freddie's like, someone please just pick me up and throw me out. It's like, what?
I mean, a year later, that thing is dried out.
Oh, that's like a
It's,
husk.
you know,
Yeah.
it doesn't smell after probably
Yeah.
a day.
That's an
Yeah.
art project.
like how Monkey sprayed that poo
Yeah.
gold.
It's just like a complete. It's just like it's like a really bad art project from middle school. that someone's like, hey, look what I made. My kid made this.
Yeah, I thought like, well, maybe a little kid had done it. Maybe probably like someone who worked at the hospital was like,
Probably.
I fucking hate this job.
Exactly.
You know, like probably, most likely. Most likely it was a hospital employee because it was
Ugh.
really like a back stairwell that like
Yeah, I was gonna say
That
that's
you would
patients
only
couldn't get into.
you would only use if like you knew where it was going.
Right.
Well, we know
Yeah.
that they picked floor over pants. That's for
Clearly.
sure.
Sure, absolutely.
Well, at least it was like solid and not like just a big wet mess. Because that would have been 10 times worse.
That would have been messed.
I've been like,
much
what?
worse.
How is this still here?
This was a solid poop.
Wow. Ugh.
Ugh.
Jesus, people are disgusting.
They are animals.
Oh my God.
Is there anything else you want to add, Beelzebub? Because we can go into our next segment.
I think we can go into the next segment.
Awesome.
Cool.
Our next segment is Let's Get Shitty, where we complain about stuff. So if you have anything to complain about, you're welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for Let's Get Shitty.
Is there
that.
anything you want to complain about, Beelzebub?
I'm happy to say I don't have anything to complain about.
That's
right now.
good.
Good.
Not like
Congrats.
I'm trying to use that aggressive positivity that people are all about right now. I hate when people like kind of like, I'm going to be positive, you know, like it's almost like really passive aggressive.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, let's not pretend that things aren't difficult. Like everyone has a bad day. But today, everything's pretty good.
Good.
Today
Excellent.
I got no complaints.
Dave,
Well,
do
I'd
you
like
have
to
anything?
complain about, I don't know if people can listen to this, the neighbors upstairs from me with their child. I have evil thoughts with these people. They are the worst. And this kid, and it's hard to blame the kid. He's a child. It's not his fault. But,
They need carpets or something.
oh, why would they do that? Because they're doing nothing wrong. They're just like, we're letting our kid, man,
Explore.
be. Because this stomping goes on like 11:30 at night sometimes like as late as like 1 o'clock in the morning. It's kind of like, yeah, whatever. I mean, I'm not saying how to raise your kid, but I don't know, maybe a kid that's 2.5 3 years old, whatever how old he is now, should go to bed at like a normal hour.
Yeah.
It's that Brooklyn parenting, man.
It's
Oh my
it's
God.
obnoxious.
It's the worst.
They are the worst people. So again, people listening to this, I really want to apologize for that audio garbage you're hearing in the background. If you can hear it, maybe not, but I can hear it, and it's driving me crazy.
With the Airbnb we just stayed at in LA was the basement apartment to this really nice home, and the people upstairs, like when they were home, you heard them. Like it was, and Gerald was like, "You need to call them and complain." I was like, "I am not gonna do that because this is their house, and what am
Yeah.
I really supposed to do?" But yeah, people get carpets if
It's
you
just
have
like, yeah,
somebody
it's like, I
living
don't
below
get that.
you.
Like, just, and it's also, I understand it's a child. They run around. I get it. But at a certain hour, maybe like, hey, sweetie, let's say a little downtime. We're going to your room and play
Right.
on a heavily thick padded carpet. But yeah, I mean, I know. I just can't stand these people.
Plush.
They're fucking assholes.
Aw.
We've dealt with them before, and it's been.
My mother used to say, let's play everybody's favorite game. Pretend you're dead. Go lay down.
Oh, I wish they knew that game upstairs. That sounds like a great game for these people.
Leave mommy alone. Go play dead.
Oh yeah, it's obnoxious.
Oh my goodness.
But anyway, yeah, that's my Let's Get Shitty. I mean, it had been brewing maybe like 30 minutes ago when we were talking. I could hear it, and I was just like, these motherfuckers. Like, here we go again with this shit. Like nobody else exists in the world.
That's
But-
Brooklyn
and we're
parenting, though.
recording this
Yeah.
at a pretty late hour. Like it's not.
Yeah, it's not like,
It's
it's...
like almost 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to go to sleep.
Yeah.
No, he's going to be for 2 hours easily.
Ugh.
Easily. And then he's going to move the activity to the bedroom, which is above our bedroom. So, usually I just shout, shut the fuck up, and then like at the top of my lungs, and then it usually kind of stops, or I grab like something
broom?
to bang the scene. But it's just like, then I'm the crazy person. So I just,
You are. I'm judging you.
yeah, I get a little nuts. And my wife's kind of like, all right, I think you're gonna. But anyway, yeah, that's my little Let's Get Shitty moment.
My Let's Get Shitty is I was super sick a couple weeks ago where I had this stomach problem that it felt like a small animal was trying to chew its way out of me.
Oh.
And I felt like nauseous where my mouth was filling up with saliva and I thought I was going to throw up. It was that painful. And I was on a shoot, so I had to just really grin and bear it.
Oh my
and
God.
as soon as I was done with the shoot, I beelined straight to urgent care because I was like, if if this continues, I'm going to probably have to be hospitalized. Why I didn't go to the emergency room is because my health insurance doesn't pay for emergency rooms until I hit $7,000 in my deductible. Urgent care is a little bit cheaper, but even urgent care, as soon as I walked in, they were like, you should just go to the emergency room where you'll get you an ambulance right now and send you over there. And I was like, first of all, I was the urgent care in Union Square. I was like, I could walk to Beth Israel on my own. I am not paying for a motherfucking ambulance.
No.
Number two, I started like literally bawling, crying, not because of the pain I was in, but because the pain my bank account was about to be in.
Sure.
And so the doctor, who was not my doctor I saw yesterday, who told me my butthole is beautiful, who was a female doctor, this male doctor at urgent care was the biggest pile of shit ever. He like basically didn't know what to do, and they were closing. I literally entered like 20 minutes before they were closing, and he was just basically like, I don't know what to do with you. And then he was like, it could be your ovary, it could be your colon. I actually looked up this thing that he thought it was, which is so beyond disgusting. It's called diverticulitis.
Oh, yeah, diverticulitis.
Yeah. He was like, it could be this, which is pockets in your colon where
right.
shit gets stuck inside and
Right.
becomes infected.
Diverticulitis.
Right.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And
It's like you can't eat seeds, you can't eat nuts, you can't eat. Right.
He was
right,
like, maybe
right.
it's that. And he gave me all these antibiotics, which I literally had just finished 9 months of antibiotics. I was like, I don't want to go back on more antibiotics. I'm just going to wait this out a little bit. I like missed a party that night that I was excited about. It was like a May the 4th party. But whatever, parties will come and go, and especially in New York. But the reason why I'm going to make this a real let's get shitty moment is he started talking to me about my bowel movements, and he was like, how have you been pooping recently? And I was like, oh, on a Bristol scale it's been like a 4 or 5. And he's like, oh, I don't remember the Bristol stool chart. And I was like, okay. And I pulled it up on my phone to show him, and he goes, there's a reason why I don't remember that. I just don't want to look at it.
Are you shitting me?
I am not shitting you.
Wow, that's fucked
You're
up.
a fucking doctor, and I
Yes.
can't show you a cartoon about my do for 2 seconds so you can know if I'm like compacted or.
And he asked.
Yeah,
He's like, look, I guess I got a party to go to, so can we wrap this up, please?
but because I thought I was very close to going to the emergency room, my boyfriend ended up coming to the urgent care, and he held my hand. And finally, I just told the doctor, he was like, the only thing I could do for you is give you antibiotics, and I could do a pelvic exam to see if it's your ovaries or something inside your uterus that's like pissed off. And so I was like, fine, just fucking do it. And God bless my boyfriend and the nurse were in the room, because this doctor was such a piece of shit. He was like, I did not want him to basically finger me with a latex glove on.
Yeah.
And even my boyfriend was like, you could tell that asshole hadn't seen vagina in forever. And I was just like, talk about insult to injury. Like, and I was just like, ugh. This is
He's
the
like, there's
worst.
a reason I haven't seen vagina in. He's like, are there teeth in here somewhere?
Yeah, right. Oh, and
that's fucked up, man.
yeah. Thankfully, I think it was just a bug, like just like a crampy bug. But yeah.
I had a gynecologist go answer the phone while he's still at the speculum in me. That's why I don't go to male gynecologists anymore.
Wow.
was like,
That's a let's get shitty right there.
I mean, this was years and years
yeah,
ago.
but still,
I
you
was
can
like,
complain
Callbacks.
about
You're
it.
like,
Call
you're
back,
like
let's
jacked
get
up like
shitty.
a pup tent in there, and he's like going like talking on the phone, and I'm like, excuse me.
He's like,
Yeah.
can you hold this mirror? I gotta. That's fucked up, man.
Oh, I did try to make a joke when he was doing it that I like slid down and he put up the stirrups on the table and he was like, so put your feet. And I go, yeah, I've been on this ride before.
Do not laugh.
What do we do now here?
I think he kind of laughed, but more out of like embarrassment. But I was just like, yeah, I've been on this ride before. Like, I'm a 41-year-old woman. I have had a fucking pelvic exam in my life. Yeah.
You're like, I've actually done this a million times.
Probably more than you have.
Jesus. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
So yeah, fuck any doctor that doesn't want to talk or look at a Bristol stool chart. Like it's you. Yeah.
I've come
You should
across
get
a lot of doctors who have terrible bedside manner.
Oh, so
sure.
many of
Terrible.
them.
Most of them.
Yes.
Most of them.
Yeah.
I've actually been having a problem with gynecologists for that reason, which actually I know this is like kind of on your topic. I had a male gynecologist for over 15 years who was lovely, only because I kept having really shitty female ones who are mean to me and left me in
Really?
tears. 3 female gynecologists who put me in tears.
Aw.
The male gynecologist, this is like, again, related to my job, but the male gynecologist I had who put the speculum in me and like left me in there, I had an ongoing problem and he had like no patience for me. And he finally told me that he thought he needed to see a psychiatrist. So whatever, I finally stopped going to him. And then fast forward 7 years later, I'm at St. Vincent's where I was working at the time, right before it closed. And I see this guy out of the corner of my eye, the new psych interns. He became a motherfucking psychiatrist, and I had to train him.
What?
Yeah. And he was
Whoa.
like, I know you from somewhere.
And you're like,
Because he had-
let me get on the table and get in the stirrups
Does
and
this look
remind
familiar?
you.
Maybe down here, a little south of the border.
And I was like, I pretend. I was like, there's a lot of people who look like me, have this haircut. Everyone has this haircut, looks the same,
Wow, you didn't read in the riot
Wait,
act?
so he
No.
went from being an OB to
being, yeah.
Wow.
He lost, I looked it up finally. He had lost he was like a fertility doctor. He was making a lot of money making babies in Park Slope, and he was sued for something.
Wow.
And so the malpractice for those kind of doctors is very, very high.
Huge, yes.
Right. So then he was pushed into psychiatry because there's no cutting, there's no,
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Unfortunately, they kind of push all the doctors who are failing out of med school into psych.
Ugh.
It's fucked up.
So either
man.
you want to be a psychiatrist, or they kind of put you into psychiatry because they don't trust you to cut somebody open.
What
Wow.
a piece of shit.
You know?
Really? That's
Yeah, absolutely. But there are
That's
people who
scary.
genuinely want to be psychiatrists.
Yeah.
Because it's
You know what they?
fascinating,
You
right?
know
Yeah.
what they should
But then
turn those.
they kind of push those people
yeah.
that they don't trust with a scalpel into
Hey,
psychiatry.
go fuck with someone's brain. It's cool.
No, those scalpel piece of shits. The guys who can't. They
Right.
should be teachers.
They should be lab rats. I think they should be looking at things on
Drawn and
I
quartered.
think they should be looking at slides
Yes.
in a lab someplace.
Yes.
Finding cures for diseases.
Yes.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be interacting with anybody.
Human.
Well, it's because their
yeah.
ego.
Yeah.
It's the fevered ego.
Yeah.
Once
absolutely.
again.
Absolutely.
Like I
Yeah.
could
Well,
be-
yeah, and doctors are playing God, literally the ego.
Absolutely.
Surgeons love cutting people open.
They
Yeah.
really
That's
do.
like their thing. Like
Yeah.
there's no kind of like,
They
let's do
say
it.
that they're sublimating, the desire to kill people, right? They would, if they weren't a surgeon, they'd be Dexter, like they'd be
Yeah.
an axe murderer.
Oh.
They'd be a serial killer if
Right.
they didn't have like a legitimate reason to be cutting people open. That's what
Okay.
this.
I mean, I'm game with that. Yeah, sure. I could see that. 100%.
Crazy.
Ugh. Well,
Let's flush these problems down the toilet.
oop.
Ooh, we gotta
Well, for a second, I hit the wrong
squeeze out
one.
another turd
No, I hit
first.
the wrong one.
You just had a little more
there was a little,
shitty
there
to
was a
talk
little,
about.
There was a little extra in there. to
Sometimes
pop
that
out.
happens.
Yeah, it
You
does.
think you're done, and then you're like,
Oh yeah,
wait.
I hate that feeling.
Ugh.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Well, that's why I always tell Dave, like, it's nice that us ladies get to sit down to pee because sometimes we have like a nice afternoon poo that comes with it.
A surprise.
Yeah, and he's like, I don't get that. Like, how do you not know you have to poo? And I'm like, it just kind of like, I feel bad for guys because they stand up to pee. They never get that enjoyment of
I've had
evacuating.
times where I peed and I'm like, oh, something
flip
else has
around.
happened. Yeah.
There's more happening.
But yeah, never just kind of like unexpected. It's just I'm doing one or the other.
Well, that's it. One of the very few perks about being a lady is we get to sit down to pee and a surprise poo comes.
My wife happens to my wife all the time. All the time.
Simple
I'm always
pleasures.
like, what?
Simple pleasures.
Simple pleasures.
Simple pleasures.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's the little things in life.
Especially the person with a termite belly.
Yes. I'm surprised I didn't go out to the bathroom after I ate that little meal we had before
Yeah.
this thing.
There's
It's
still
shocking.
Time. There's still time.
I think my body's like, okay, you know what? You're on record mode. We'll have to just deal this after the fact.
They're guests here.
Completely. There's guests here. We have company, David. As my mother would say. So we're gonna get into some news right now. So we're gonna play our little theme song and then we'll get into that. I still love that you found this clip.
Breaking news. Breaking wind.
It is very old school.
What will be on the program today?
This is the best part right here coming up, though. Oh, it's so good. So this is kind of like, it's definitely news because I just found out about this today. I had a photo shoot today with the lovely Agent Wednesday, check her out on Instagram. She's got a great feed. She's really talented and amazing. So she was visiting in Korea with her mother. I believe this place was in Seoul, and they have a whole poop museum there.
So jealous.
And I was like losing my mind. She was showing me photos that she took with her mother while she was there.
We can post these on the Instagram.
Yeah, we're
right?
gonna put these on the Instagram.
Hey
for
Poopy
sure.
Podcast on Instagram.
It's one of my favorite places. We have to go check this place out.
Oh my God, please.
I don't know the Korean term, but basically in Korean it's like poop museum. But the English translation, I'm looking at this photo right now. It says Poo-Poo Land. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. I really want to go to Poo-Poo Land, check out all the cool things.
We need a full field trip to Asia.
I mean, there's
Japanese poop culture, now Korean poop culture.
I know this is like
The colonic spa in Bali.
Bali, the poop museum in Italy. You said the
Well, no, Asia first, then we'll go to Europe.
Oh, okay, Asia first.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're just, it's just amazing. She was just saying that like how in Asian culture, like, you know, pooping is kind of like a sign of like health, and it's like, you know, they don't like shy away from it. So
Which I am complete agreement
which is
with.
great because everybody does it, and it's just like, you know, stop acting like you don't. Anyway, this museum is just fantastic. It's filled with little fun, cute things. The entryway to these stairs that are like some kind of audio activation. Like when you step up on it, they make fart sounds.
Oh,
Like fart sounds, like toilet flushing, poop sounds.
there is a heaven on earth.
It's amazing. And when you walk into the door, right above the door, there's a little cute butt with like hands on either side of the cheeks, about to spread it like you're going to poop out.
Spread it like Brant.
It's hilarious. The gift shop, everything is poop related. There's a little ride, not a ride. There's like a little actual exhibit part of the museum where they show your whole, like, you know, where you chew your food in your mouth, all the food goes, and it's just the whole like
Digestive tract.
Yeah, it's like almost like a ride.
Oh.
And then there's a big slide at the end where you slide out the butt.
If only poops were that easy.
I mean, it's just a fun. I just love the humor in this, and it's also educational, so it's a fun thing. And there's like all these little cute little poop iconographies. Like they have like a little poop tree.
Oh.
Then you can like take cards, and it's like a poop wish tree, and you can like
poop
leave
wish tree?
Yeah, you can leave like little messages. There's these little paper turds, and you can just like paste them on these trees. It's like kind of like a wishing thing. And they're all over the place.
Like when you flush, do the wishes come true?
I mean, I guess that's the kind of
You could do a
the
spiritual
goal.
thing like that, like
Yeah.
a spiritual cleanse where you set an intention with your poop.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean,
like
why
as you're
not?
pooping, like what you want to release, and then you.
I'm
Is that
going
too
to do that
woo-woo?
with I'm
Is
going to
it
do that with every poo I make from here on in.
I think that's
Yeah.
a really good idea.
And I'm
You know?
going to secret that we go to this museum in Korea and we can do an episode there because I think we need to go.
I think for sure that needs to
So
happen.
motive B.
Motive, yes.
Motive B.
Yes.
That's our wish, and our wish will come true.
Absolutely.
That's heaven on earth. Don't flush my wish
No,
away.
no,
Oh, no.
That's putting it into the universe.
Yeah, it's putting it out there.
into the
Literally.
universe.
Yeah, it's
It's a piece of me.
Exactly.
so that's. I was so excited about this.
Poop magic, it could be a thing.
Oh.
I mean, I'm surprised
I think
it's
we
not.
Sprinkle a little glitter on there.
I'm pretty sure we just invented poop magic.
Oh my God, I love
Well,
it.
if
Poop tensions.
poop tensions exist in
Ooh, I'm
Korea,
gonna buy that .com right now.
Yeah.
poop intentions.
Poop
Well, it
poop
lives.
tensions.
Oh, sorry, it lives in South Korea because that's where I found out about all this amazing stuff, and it's perfect for this show.
Oh,
So it's.
and I love Korean food. I'd love to
delicious.
shit that stuff out
Oh yeah,
in Korea.
Eat it, shit it out. It's
oh,
gonna be.
kimchi.
That is gonna be a
keeps
great-
the bowels moving.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the was it stomach flora?
Yeah.
Is your flora all messed up from all those antibiotics?
I don't think so because I did do a lot of probiotics
Okay.
while I was on the antibiotics. And I was pooping pretty awesome on the antibiotics. It was only in the very, very beginning. It was like pure evil. But it's more, I've been off it now 3 weeks. And I don't know if maybe it's all the supplements. Like maybe I have to I'm taking a lot of magnesium. So maybe it's too much.
Magnesium
Yeah.
will make you poop.
Yes, it does.
Yeah,
And turmeric and all this fun stuff.
yeah,
I mean, I'd rather it out than in.
that's true.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, get out,
Yeah.
out, Satan. Well, I just want to say thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks for
Beelezababe,
having
this
me
was
before I move
awesome.
away to Florida.
Ah,
Aw.
happy moving. I hope
Thank
it's as
you.
stressless as humanly
We're
possible.
getting 2 bathrooms.
Oh, see right there.
Bathrooms.
That's amazing.
Luxury.
That's like my
Right?
dream.
So I can just have my shame poops in my own area of the apartment.
2 bathrooms, a washer and dryer, and a dishwasher all in the same unit would
That's
be
standard.
Yeah.
That's the standard of living down there.
dreams
Wow.
to come
That's like my
true.
wet dream.
That's like
Oh.
that's what $1,400 a month can get you.
Jesus.
Wow.
I know.
And it's probably humongous.
Yes,
Wow.
like a 900 square foot 2-bedroom 2-bathroom.
Oh my
Washer
God.
dryer, lanai. That's a fancy word for porch.
Wow. I've never even heard that
That's
word.
Hawaiian
lanai.
for porch.
Wow.
And do you get a parking space as well?
Parking, maybe you've covered a parking spot.
Oh my
Covered parking
God.
spot.
Wow.
That's-
Luxury.
That's nuts.
I know.
That's, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks.
You're making the
Brilliant.
dream work.
Thanks.
I don't know if you have furniture, but I
do.
have learned if you do need furniture, because there's so many old people dying down there, there's furniture real cheap at places. So
The Salvation Armies are going to be ridiculous.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Well, I
Wait.
mean, all the best of luck and
yeah,
well wishes,
Thanks.
poop intentions,
yes,
and all that stuff.
Poop magic.
yes.
Poop magic.
Well, even though you won't physically be here in New York, you'll still be here.
I mean,
like-
I've taken my best shits here so far.
Yeah.
So there'll always be a little part of me in New York.
Yeah.
Oh, literally. I mean, we us humans poop something like 9,000 pounds in our lifetime. So how you've been here over 2 decades?
I was born here.
Oh well, sorry.
I've been here for 48 years.
Wow.
Okay, so you're
I know.
it's
you
transfer-
have a lot of do
Yeah.
you're leaving behind.
Exactly. I'll never really leave New York.
No, you won't. You're everywhere. You're part of this city, literally.
Yeah.
For real.
Well,
Shitterly.
where can oh my God, surely? Where can we find you?
You can find, well, I'm not very active on anything right now because I'm getting ready to move and I have to redo my Instagram, but I do have an Instagram and I do have a Facebook. And that's it. You can find
Just Beelezababe?
Yeah, but it's hard to, should I spell it for people?
Sure.
Sure.
I mean, we can repost you on the
Okay.
Instagram
Yeah.
too.
All right, it's Beelezababe. BEELZEBABE NYC.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right.
Is it going to be a Beelezababe FLA?
Oh.
No, you got to keep NYC.
I gotta
Yeah.
keep NYC.
Yeah.
I'm a Brooklyn girl.
Totally.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, well, people go out there and check her out.
All right,
She's
thanks
great.
for
She's
having
amazing.
me.
Yeah,
And
thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. I hope I gave you enough psychological insight into the poops.
Yeah.
Oh, you did. Some great stories, by the way. So,
right.
thank you.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Happy pooping. Hey guys, thanks for listening to Shooting the Shit. We are on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, and Google Play. Please rate, review, download. It really helps to get more listeners. Plus, tell all your friends about us. And
For more about Shooting the Shit with Dave and Ellen, you can check us out at heypoopypodcast.com. For questions, product reviews, information, please email us at heypoopypodcast@gmail.com. And you can see us on Instagram at heypoopypodcast.
theme song by Jordan Perlson. Hey, Poopy.
Oh, that one's gross.
Very wet.
Oh, my God. Okay.
Hey Poopy, how you doing? Hey Poopy, how you doing?
Man, I'm just, trying to find a place with like-minded people to talk about like-minded things about me, about poop and stuff.
Hey Poopy, how you doing? Hey Poopy, how you doing?
Oh man, what's this right here? Is this a podcast about poop?
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs.
Hot
Hot
dogs.
dogs.
Hot dogs.